We'll check 1, 2. Welcome to the Ontario Soccer Centre in Vaughan, Ontario. Promotion relegation matchup. Scrosoppi 2, the League 2 champs, coming in with one tie, no losses on the season, going up against Pickering, their championship division squad, who last place, 15 points after 18 games played this year, 4 wins, 11 losses, 3 ties. And so Pickering in danger of being relegated from the men's championship division with a loss tonight. Scrosoppi 2 seeking promotion from League 2 into the championship. And so for those of you that tuned in a little earlier, Scrosoppi's League 1 team crowned League 1 men's champs. Just an outstanding season. Had the chance to call a number of their games over the past couple weeks. And so they're going back to back, a lot of these guys. A lot of the guys that played in that game against Pro Stars just an hour ago will feature as well in this game. A lot of them dropped down as well. We'll see on the bench. So Jared Maloney, the keeper, he's going to be doing double duty. Started last game in the win. He's starting as well. The skipper, Manveer Gill, you'll see. Number 7, Amari Cotterell. 31, Payman Sultani. 22, Daniel Rafasami. 27, Miles Green. Number 5, Abdul Babuwale. Number 14, Ryan James. 35, Luke Rankin. 4, Braden Barutsky. And number 20, Noah Di Dominicis. A lot of the Scrosoppi guys wearing different numbers than normal. They put on different kits, obviously, just sweated through those last ones. And so it'll be a bit of an adjustment for me to keep up on some of the different numbers, but we'll get there. Starting for Pickering in goal, Josh Narain, 21-year-old, plays at Centennial College, former Ontario Tech player. Number 3, Caleb Wharton. The skipper, Andy Mutembezi, the 30-year-old from Brampton, not here, got a red card in the last game, so he is suspended. Number 6, Ayomide Abubare. Number 7, Isaiah Wisdom. Watch out for him. 20-year-old from Whitby, plays at Durham College. Called one of the Pickering games a couple weeks ago out at the Pickering Soccer Dome and was so impressed with Wisdom. You'll hear that name quite a bit. The skipper, number 18, Romaine Watkins. Number 19, Ahmad Webby, big defender. They changed the numbers again, for God's sake. For God's sakes. Ryan's got 30. Manveer's got 50. 25, Brayton. Rankin. Sami. He's got 7. Amari's got 30 out. Okay. Well, welcome to the Ontario Soccer Centre here. Just going through the lineups for Scrosoppi, more number changes. And so hopefully we can kind of fight through this and figure it out. We'll take a minute or two once the ball's kicked off and we'll get through. I'm Chris Mickey. Appreciate you tuning in. Any issues with sound, hit me up on socials at Mr. McKee, or if the stream cutting in and out, that's MRMCKEE, Twitter preferred, or X. I don't check my Instagram that much, especially if you're not following. I can't see who's actually messaging me, whereas on Twitter, I can still see it. So any issues, volume too low, too loud, whatever, drop me a line. So if you're Pickering, important to play good defense. Do not allow Scrosoppi to get out the gates quick. If I'm the Pickering coaching staff, you almost want to kind of park the bus. Keep in mind, a lot of these Scrosoppi guys have already played anywhere between, let's say, 60 to 90 minutes. in the game before. It's a scorching hot, well, now evening here in Vaughan, Ontario, just past 5 p.m. local time. And so these guys going to be in a bit of a struggle to maintain that pace and fitness here. Obviously, these guys, as good as it gets. It's got to be a lot of fun for some of the Scrosoppi guys. Maybe a throwback to the U12, U10 days where you had those tournaments in the long weekends where you're playing, 2-3 games in one day. And so here we go. Romain Wakis. Sorry, that's DeAndre Wakis. His brother will start things off up top. And we're off. Bourgeois. Pickering. Was Josh Narain in goals, one of my son's former goaltending partners when they played with Toronto Skills. Miles Green cut through, and Baba Wale can't settle. Abu Bare, long ball for Wisdom, and Ryan James nodded away. Did the Scrosoppi Simcoe game, the League One game last week up in Barrie? Ryan James was down in Bowling Green University. Coaches there, was doing some coaching duty. Sultani trying to find the Dominicis and finally gets to him. Noah crosses right to Miles Green, and just like that, fresh out the gate, just past the 1 minute mark, Miles Green with a perfect header off the cross hammers it past Narain. 1-0 Scrosoppi. A dream start for them. I was just talking about Pickering. They can't concede early because it's just going to open the floodgates. Almost want to defend. And they were just too wide open. No defenders in the box there. Miles Green all by himself, and just lovely finish for Miles. Miles, 24-year-old, former first-round pick by Forge FC. Like, the guys from Scrosoppi barely warmed up in between. They had about 3 minutes of touches for the most part. They were celebrating getting their League One winners medals, and then just went in and got some shade and a bottle of water and some Gatorade, and came out, and you'd think they had a bit of the hangover to start, and they didn't. Wakis Bourgeois. Bourgeois leaves it for Keen Donnelly, and he can't connect with Wisdom. James Sultani. And Virgil got subbed out in about the 65th, 70th minute or so in that first game. Was just checking the app. Barutsky, one of my favorite defenders in the League One system, just solid as a rock. Doesn't make too many mistakes. He'll get up and get the occasional goal. He's big, strong dude, so he'll get a head on it off corners and set pieces. Luke Rankin, 25-year-old from Burlington, former League One All-Star. So Scrosoppi not messing around, fielding such a strong squad. And James recoups after slipping. Abu Bare. And Wisdom just gave up on that run. He's a little limp. He took a knock from Ryan James. And then Watkis returns the foul to Ryan James. We'll just pass the 4 minute mark. Scrosoppi lead 1-0 already, courtesy of Miles Green. in the rain. Josh, really good with his feet. He's not that big of a dude. Probably goes about 5'9", but just great athlete. Outstanding with the ball at his feet as well. A good ball through. Now Pickering's got a chance. And Scrosoppi back to regroup. And this through ball can't connect, and Narain comes and scoops that up. Well, Labor Day long weekend here in Southern Ontario was down at the CNE yesterday afternoon, walking around for about 4 or 5 hours and eating gluttonous garbage. It's great. The food building is one of the greatest things in life down at the CNE. Donnelly, back to Webby. Webby, a big dude, just 18 years old, but he'll get up and down this pitch. Which I got to call Pickering's game against Masters a couple of weeks ago out of the Pickering Soccer Dome, which I live about 6 minutes from. So always enjoy getting the chance to call games in Pickering. Donnelly, 17-year-olds played OPDL through the Pickering system. Abu Bare. And Wisdom flicks it. It hit James in the face. It's a little deflating for Pickering to concede just past a minute into the game. And on the flip side, comforting for Scrosoppi knowing they don't have to exert too much energy. Already with a 1-0 lead. Gill. And Green can't get on the end of it. Romain Watkis and pushes it out of bounds. Scrosoppi ball. Just past 7 minutes. Promotion relegation. Scrosoppi 2 can jump into the championship for next season. And then Pickering, I can't confirm, but I got to think they're going to lose one of their teams because you can't have two teams in League Two. Their League Two team had a disastrous season, bottom of the league. Short. Sultani crossed again, and a sitter missed. It should be 2-0. It was almost an identical cross, but floater and Narain comes and gets that. So Baba Wale missed that header. It was right to him, and I don't know if the sun got his eye or what. Maloney. Well, thankfully, up in the broadcast booth, we've got a slight breeze, or else we'd be melting up here. I did a game, I guess, about 2 weeks ago up here on a Saturday night. There was that horrible rainstorm, and we were just splashing around in puddles, which I'd take the puddles over this uncomfortable heat any day. Green in a battle with Watkis, and Miles gives him a little shove. The minutes few and far between for Miles with the League One squad. Was used as a substitute. And good to see him make the most of this opportunity here with the League Two squad. And one opportunity, one goal. Barutsky, 23-year-old from Bradford, played at Liberty University for 4 years and then finished up with the West Virginia Mountaineers his final year. That's obviously an issue for all League One and Championship and League Two squads at this time of year is losing men and women to their university teams. And Scrosoppi, thankfully, a lot of more senior players, guys in their mid-20s that have finished their university careers and played pro. And so they've got the luxury of still having a lot of their guys ready, willing, and able to keep playing. Baba Wale. Ooh, and Cotterell just hammered. Was there no foul on that? Bourgeois. Flag stays down. Pickering on the attack. Bourgeois wanted to go to his right but couldn't, and then Baruski just stood him up. Solid defense from Braden. Well, it looks like a 1-1 draw for my son's university squad. We can get rid of that. Bourgeois. A little too high on that corner. Oh, goes for Webby, and he puts it in the back of the goal. Pickering's leveled just past the 11-minute mark. Ahmad Webby, fortunate bounce right to his foot, and he just hammered it past the keeper, and we're level at 1. We talked about that a couple minutes ago. Webby not afraid on those set pieces to get up, get in there, and make things happen. He's got great pace, great size, and he can finish as well. Webby's played some of his youth ball with Olympic Flame and Scarborough. Maloney outstretched, couldn't get to it. Huge boost for Pickering. That should give them a little bit more to play for. Well, just when it looked like Scrosoppi would come in and run it up, big leveler from Pickering. Game on. Wisdom. Well, it wasn't the greatest of corners. One of those high floaters got caught up in the wind, and then one of the Scrosoppi defenders just made a meal of it, went right to Webby, and he finished. I was right in front of it. Pickering coach is arguing it. Watkis rolled that ball out of bounds. It was literally right below me. Scrosoppi head coach John Yaku was saying he was with his TMU women's squad earlier today. They lost to Queens and then had to race over from Downsview to get here in time for this game. Wisdom. He's got Bourgeois with him. Great slide tackle. Luke Rankin rolls out for a corner. Bourgeois come over and take it. Bourgeois, 23 years old from Ajax, played at the University of Wisconsin, Green Bay. Yeah, there was some sort of set piece on trying to connect with Webby, but Bourgeois didn't get enough on it. Yeah, this set piece corner is going to say 99.7 of the time, they don't work at any level other than the English Premier League. I was watching Man City a little earlier today, and when they do a little short corner and a set piece, it works because you've got Kevin De Bruyne delivering the final pass. And I don't look. There's some great footballers out here on this pitch, but I don't see anyone on 300,000 pounds a week. And so just cross the ball over and someone get a head on it. Look what happened for Pickering. These little cute set pieces just never work. They work on the training ground when no one's defending. The Dominicis. Back to James. James, 30-year-old from Mississauga, former third-round draft pick by Kansas City in the 2016 MLS draft. He's going to be in the running for League One Team of the Year, I got to think. Baba Wale trying to track that, and Narain does a good job of hustling to keep that in to avoid a Scrosoppi corner. Webby, the goal scorer. Sultani. And the Dominicis couldn't get it through Webby, who'll go back to the keeper, and Pickering will regroup. I say this every time I call a Pickering game because, I grew up playing against Pickering as a kid, and the rep system always loved their green and yellow uniforms, the traditional ones, and they've gotten away from that. And I think they got to bring back an alternate with the old yellow and green that just says Pickering because they stand out. On this Saturday evening here in Vaughan, James, and that's going to be offside. And good call from the linesman. Coming up on 17 minutes, 1-1, promotion relegation matchup. Pickering fighting for their opportunity to stay in the League One championship. Scrosoppi trying to jump from League Two into the championship for their second squad. Bourgeois from distance, and ball drifts well past the goal. Well, DeAndre Watkins in a little battle. Looks like with Manfier Gill. Let him play. Sultani to D. Dominicis. That splendid cross to set up Miles Green on that first goal. And Webby, good physical defender. And Noah laying on the ground, injured down the far end. Bourgeois. Yeah, looks like ranking a bit too much. And the Dominicis down injured on the far end of the pitch. A water break for the announcer. Scorching hot. Even for me, I got my black League One golf shirt jersey on, which is not very breathable. Well, D. Dominicis looks fine. Just took a good knock. Webby's a big dude. When he comes full speed, he runs right through you. Probably going to come out on the bad end of that. The Dominicis, 21-year-old from Brantford, has played at Brock University, as well as down at St. Bonaventure. Big shout out to Ben Chowdhury, the Toronto FC keeper this year, starting keeper for the championship squad that won the championship. He's down at St. Bonaventure now. His dad, Imran, part of the Pickering coaching staff, the youth programs. Crossed in, and Maloney comes out and claims. And one of the Pickering players got in the way of Maloney. He was trying to get rid of that. Barutsky. Miles Green, the goal scorer. Green, he pushed from behind, and no foul called. It was Michael Arfanis, 17-year-old. Rankin. Rankin, of course, a name synonymous with reggae music. I don't know. Luke doesn't look like too much of a reggae fan to me. I don't know. Cotterell. Amari to Babawale. And a good sliding block by Watkis, and then Pickering clears. Roll out, Scrosoppi throw. Well, 20 and a half minutes gone. Level at 1. No rain in the forecast. Got a bit of a rain last night overnight. Could have used some today. Went for a little 5.5K run. Shortened it a bit today because I had to get up here. And I was melting out there. Gill. A good ball for James. James, oh my goodness. Ryan James just nutmegged the keeper. What a ball from Manveer Gill. And Ryan James, the left back, up in the attack, makes it 2-1 Scrosoppi. What a ball from Gill, and then what composure from James. Great first touch, and then slid it through the keeper's legs. Sweet. Well, can Pickering dig out of this hole? He already dug out of it once, courtesy of Ahmad Webby, and now 22 minutes gone, trailing once again. Cotterell a little slow to get back. Webby. Rankin with Watkis in pursuit. Watkis plays out of Durham College, which should be starting their season this week or next. And a lot of OUA in action on Ontario Tech in action yesterday. Of course, a bunch of programs going on today. D. Dominicis. Noah D. Dominicis on his left foot. Can't get it over. Narain claims that. And Noah down again, was just down a few minutes ago. Took a knock to his head this time. Looks like as he was sliding, I'm guessing probably a knee to the head from one of the Pickering defenders. I'll check my phone just to make sure any issues with sound. Make sure any problems, hit me up at Mr. McKee. Well, so far, so good. Yeah, I'm kind of with the Pickering players here. The fourth official's gone over and said, don't throw water bottles. And the guys are like, stop micromanaging us. If I want to throw a water ball on the ground, I'll do it, which I'm kind of in agreement with them. As long as you're not throwing it at a player, why does a ref care if you throw a water bottle to the sideline after you've had a drink? He's a grown man. Oh, Dominicus. Let's get some ice on his head, looks like, coming off. I don't see anyone from Scrosoppi warming up to replace. He is really ginger walking off. It looks like we are going to get a substitution, so that's going to be the end of the afternoon or the evening for D Dominicis. Get the substitution momentarily. Number 22, Michael Croca entering the game. I had him at 24. That's why. A big shout out to Rod Wilhelm. Send me a message listening. Just hit me up on Twitter this week. Appreciate you tuning in. So, De Dominicis looks all right. Just took that head knock, and I think more just for precautionary reasons. Take him out of the game. Fraka into the game. Back to it, Barutsky. Fraka, 17-year-old. So one of the few youngsters you'll see with Scrosoppi. Usually the guy's a bit more senior and on in age. He's look no further than Ryan James, the last goal scorer. James 30. Rankin. Arfenis. Stolen by Babu Wale. Rafasami from distance. Oh my goodness, what a strike! Daniel Rafasami from about 30 yards out. Zero doubt about it. The keeper frozen. And it's 3-1 Scrosoppi just past the 27-minute mark. What a strike. Oh, Rafasami, that one. Oof. I'm sure that one will be on the League One Instagram at some point. So an even bigger hole to dig out of if you're Pickering. Remember, they're facing relegation from the championship. Scrosoppi seeking promotion from League Two. Scrosoppi almost perfect during the regular season, 13 wins, 1 tie, no losses. And then Pickering on the other end of it, just 4 wins, 11 losses, and 3 ties. Did a great job against Masters a couple weeks ago, down 2-0 at the half. Donnelly can't keep that in. And they came out possessed in the second half and leveled things up. So they've shown some fight. I mean, you just see it right there. Guys standing around watching. Rafasami had all the time in the world. Baba Wale. Ooh, Green. And then good defense. That was Caleb Wharton, the 22-year-old from Pickering. So Wharton playing left back. Murray Cotterell out there on the right wing. Those two former high school teammates at Dunbarton High School in Pickering. It's one of my high schools. One of 3. Did Neil McNeil, the all-boys school, Toronto 9-10, Cardinal Newman 11-12, and then Dunbarton grade 13 and 14. And a slap in the head. That's any yellow? No. Rafasami, the goal scorer, just got smacked in the head by Abu Bare, the 26-year-old. The breeze picking up here in the media booth. Oh, it has the same effect on that field. I'm a little bit elevated. I'm about just about 25 or so feet in the air. James and Waukes. I don't know about that. Waukes just in being physical. He's a big boy. And Bourgeois doesn't like the foul call. And, this is one of those games when in heat like this, everything's annoying, everything's irritating for the players. Every little extra bump, and just that heat, it drains you. Well, James, Sultani cuts in on his right foot and then cleared away by Webby. And that ball just well into the woods behind us. It's all just green fields right behind us. And so I'm sure there's probably about 63 soccer balls sitting in there if you have the courage to go dig through it, because I'm certain there's going to be a fox den or coyote den or something in there. So if you want to go, I wouldn't go look at night. Gil foul, but I think the ref was just going to try to play the advantage. Scroppy didn't want it. Excuse me. Fracca, substitute, came on for the injured Dominicis. Now keep in mind, Scrosoppi has last year's League One MVP Thomas Skublak sitting on the bench, available tonight, among several other key players. Tristan Marshall has played quite a bit for the League Two squad, but ever since an injury to Cody Ellis a couple weeks ago, he's been more the starting right back for the League One team. Rafasami. What a strike from Rafasami, though. That one, the second I saw, he's like, oh, he's going to shoot. I'm like, this is going in. You could just see. Well, the Scrosoppi guys up 3-1, but still getting after each other. They get held to a certain standard, and if one of their teammates isn't upholding it, the other 10 guys will let them know. Baba Wale back to Rafasami, good dummy to Green, and he just hit his own teammate. Good long ball. Watkis, can he? Watkis, and just over the goal. DeAndre Watkis. There was some miscommunication. I think they wanted Maloney to come out, and he didn't. And I don't know why they're saying this is a corner. Watkis just hammered that a couple of yards over. No one got a touch on it. So a bit of a break from Pickering that they will get another opportunity here on the corner. Bourgeois will take it. There's that wind picking up a little, so it's got to be mindful. And that one just, that's as bad a corner as you'll see in this league. So almost like a penalty, because Bourgeois is taking every corner. If you miss the penalty, you're not taking the next one. So we'll see if they'll switch that up. Rankin. Back to Maloney. Maloney played at Carlton 2014 to 18. Played pro over in Finland. Also, other League One stints with Pro Stars and North Mississauga. Webby. Babawale. And Green way off. An easy call for the linesman. Well, 35 minutes gone. Wisdom hammered by James, but they play the advantage. Bourgeois and Isaiah Wisdom still down. He's taking a couple knocks here this evening, and Scrosoppi just lets it roll out with Wisdom. So the ref is now going to retroactively call a free kick from about a minute ago because Pickering wanted the free kick, and then they gave up the ball, and now a minute later he's going to give them that free kick. Oh, no, he's not. He's just admitting he should have given it. I was going to say, can you do that? Gill, good switch by Scrosoppi, all the space in the middle. 36 minutes gone, 3-1. The opener from Miles Green. Then Ryan James with a splendid finish. And then a screamer from Rafa Sami. And Ahmad Webby, a nice goal for Pickering as well. And that's how we got here. Watkins slips. Cotterell heads. Green. Flag stays down. Miles Green, good turn. And then Romain Watkins clears away. Hold on. And now we got a shoving match going on. Baba Wale. And now, like I said, in this kind of heat, things can get a little prickly. And that's Romain Watkins, the captain. He's getting a yellow. And we'll see if the response from Baba Wale earns him a yellow as well. Well, the Pickering fans on the other side calling for a yellow against Abu Wale. I don't know if they're going to give it to him. I'm sure Baba Wale, excuse me. You got to feel for the fourth official because they take the brunt of the abuse. The referees out there making the calls, but it's the fourth who's over here and doing a number of these games. It's you always feel for those guys getting the brunt of it. If I'm Pickering though, I'm okay with that. You want to change the temperature of the game. You don't mind the odd little dirty foul because it can kind of get some guys off their game and also inspire others once things get a little chippier. Baba Wale, no card to him, just a talking to from the ref. Yeah, it looks like Frocco standing over top on his left foot to swing this in. Good cross, flicked by Green, and Miles Green's got a second. It looked like a set piece. Crocco with a great delivery, and Miles Green, just a clever little touch, froze the keeper, and it's 4-1 Scrosoppi, 40 minutes gone. Well, promotion looking likely for the Scrosoppi 2, and relegation staring Pickering in the face. Clever touch from Green. Once I saw it was kind of flowing to him, like, just all you need is a little flick, and he got it. And just handcuffed the keeper. Nothing Narain could do on that one when the balls come with that pace and then changes direction. And so unlucky for Josh. You can see a lot of hands-on hips for the Pickering guys. I think they need some substitutions. Just a fresh injection of positivity is what they need. You know, when you're losing like this and you're having a tough season like Pickering, that negativity starts to seep all through the lineup. You know, even the guys come in at the start of the season positive, and you kind of get that, oh, here we go again feeling now that they're down 4-1. They also got to know they're essentially facing the, you know, 1A- squad of the League One champs here, minus a couple people, obviously Vikla and goal and School Black up top, but good portion of the League One squad out here playing. So it's not something you should be too negative about. They got to find a way to come out in the second half with something positive. Well, we've had a couple injuries, so I'm guessing a good at least 4 minutes of added time as we approach the end of the first half. You know, it's not often guys at this level, guys like Ryan James and stuff, getting those 2 games in one afternoon. Talk about at the top, feels like that, you know, U12 long weekend tournament where you're playing 2 or 3 games every Saturday and Sunday with some orange slices and Capri Sun mixed in between. Frocco, nice delivery on that free kick. Garutski dispossessed. Walk his handball, got away with it, and Rankin away. Wisdom. You know, I'd like to see them maybe put Wisdom up top in that number 9 position because he's got great pace. I just feel he's kind of lost out here on this right wing. They're not getting him the ball. He's not involved enough in this game, and you know he's one of, if not Pickering's best scoring option. It's great pace, can finish, and they just got to find a way to get him more involved. Sultani. James, the flick to no one. Ifasami. Well, Rafasami, the best of the lot so far in the first half. A 30-yard screamer. Only one of the better goals of the season. Wouldn't say the goal of the season, but certainly up there. All 4 goals really nice tonight from Scrosoppi. Oh, good dummy by Babawale. Cotterell, can he get to it? Amari does. He keeps it in. Good hustle. Gill. Ooh. And Bourgeois comes back and gets it away. Pickering is just playing this kick and chase game, no build up from the midfield. And with Scrosoppi's defense, you just can't do that. They're all so composed. What a turn by Green. Green wants his hat trick, and Green goes to the ground, and the ref not having it. Ref positioned well, and I think he made the right call. I think Miles just maybe ran out of gas and was looking for a free kick. Well, we're on the 45-minute mark, and I can hear the fourth official clicking the board, setting up how many extra minutes. And it is going to be 4 added minutes. And Wisdom, another knock, is down, getting up slow.
The fourth official has indicated that there will be a minimum of 4 minutes of added time.
Urutski. I mean, if you're Scrosoppi, Green. Oh, I thought he was going to get to it just at the last second. Narain came out and claimed that. Watkins is a big dude, and he's had some good wrestling matches, but you can't complain when they wrestle with you when you're doing it to everyone else. It's like frying wolf. And too much Croco, a little bit too much of Watkins' jersey. And Romaine will switch out to the left side. There's Michael Orfanis. He's got Caleb Wharton with him. Poked ahead, Green, flag stays down. He's got Croco with him. Sultani and James coming up. Green chipped over, and it was awkward for Narain and one of his defenders who tripped over him. And it rolls out. It's going to be a Scrosoppi corner. So that cross just handcuffed the keeper. "4-1." 2 minutes of injury time gone. Of course, don't forget, click the red button, subscribe on YouTube, stay up to date on all things League One. Cross, Narain, can't claim it. Oh, what a save. Baba Wale, and then Narain, I don't think he knew much about it, just had his right hand up and it hit it. And again, just a little bit, you got to claim that the first time shouldn't have dropped to ground. And that's another issue for Pickering, next year is how many guys can they retain on the roster when they're dropping down to League Two? Some of these more experienced players, guys in their mid 20s to 30s, are going to want League One or Championship football, not necessarily League Two. League Two's mostly for the youngsters. Rafasami, left foot this time. Good save by Narain. And Croco falls to him, and it's 5 for Scroppy. Michael Croco came on as a substitute, and the 17-year-old has put Scrosoppi up 5-1. I made a meal out of that one. Well, Michael Croco, what a finish. Composure for the youngster. Well, 5-1. It is raining Scrosoppi right now. Pickering with no answer. Well, barring a miracle, Scrosoppi looking at promotion. Pickering looking at dropping down, and that'll do it for the first half. Well, they've hung 5 on them in the first half. 5-1 Scrosoppi. Miles Green with 2. Ryan James with 1. Rafasami with a screamer, and then Michael Croco finishes things off, and it's 5. Well, I'm Chris McKee. Appreciate you tuning in. Butchered that last one, but we'll get through it for the second half. We'll see you back in 15 minutes and see if Pickering can dig out of this hole. Yeah. Welcome back for the start of the second half here at the Ontario Soccer Centre in Vaughan, Ontario. I'm your host, Chris McKee. Promotion relegation battle. Scrosoppi 2 with a 5-1 lead at half over Pickering, who are trying to avoid relegation from the Championship Division down to League 2. And we got a couple subs here. Well, I can't see. Well, Tyler Martin's ball in his foot right now just came on. One of the substitutes. Martin's an 18-year-old. And then also in goal, Robert Barkman, 17-year-old from Canada, replaces Jared Maloney. So nice to see Barkman get some minutes. And then Pickering had a couple subs.
During the halftime break,
So number 16, Ethan Costas, has entered the game.
number 99,
Costas, a 19-year-old.
is number 1, Garrett Malone.
Well, here's Martin's now. It's Sultani out there on the left. Here's Croco. Apologies to Mike. I butchered the call on his call. Well, 4 out of 5 is not bad. Yeah, a handball, Caleb Wharton. Or sorry, that was Xavier Thomas. Forgive me. Cotterell dancing around, but he's got 2 defenders all over him. Finally leaves it for Rankin. Or sorry, that's Braden Baruski, number 25. You know, Baruski usually wears number 20, or sorry, number 4 with the League One team. And because they played before this, we'll see. Well, Matthew Matilla's into the game. Matilla normally plays keeper, but he's getting a run as a player. So Donnelly out, Matilla in. Matilla, 25-year-old, played at Ontario Tech for a number of years, OUA All-Star as a goalie, also played down at Gannon University in Erie, Pennsylvania. It was Bourgeois. So if you're Pickering, you got to have some pride. You know, you can't just be selfish. Oh, we're done. Get out here and play. You know, this is the League One championship. You're playing against some of the best footballers in the country on Scrosoppi. And you got to have some pride, come out here and play to prove you even just you alone can hang with these guys. Sultani and Narain way too slow off his line. He's got to be out to come get that. Oof. Good switch out to Thomas. And ball in, but Barkman sees it out. So Arfanis out, Ethan Costa in, Keen Donnelly out, Matthew Matilla in. And so Manveer Gill out, and Tyler Martin's replaced him. Babawale. He's got Croco with him. Babawale and goes to ground. He pushed it too far. Yeah, and that's one of those ones, 6-1, half a dozen the other. Yes, it was a foul, but he'd also pushed the ball too far that there was no way he was going to retain it, even if he wasn't fouled. And so I think when it's 5-1, you're not getting that call. It's still a scorching hot evening up in Vaughan. Breeze has almost died down a little. So it's a hot, sticky one. And if you're just joining us, a lot of these Scrosoppi guys played in the game before to win over Pro Stars, where they claimed the League One title. And so they'd had a couple games on Vaughan Vaughn was ahead, and then finally Scrosoppi caught up on those games in hand, and they won both. Big win during the week. I wasn't on the call for that, which is disappointing because I've done the last kind of 4 or 5 Scrosoppi games, and 90th minute winner over Alliance, an injury time winner. Watkis, and how's it go? Cotterell looking for a foul again. When it's 5-1, you ain't getting that call, Amari. Good to see the youngster Barkman get some minutes here. Jared Maloney also played the first game, so game and a half for the vet and then the youngster. Give him some minutes here. Let him build his resume and confidence. Bourgeois. Bourgeois on his left foot. Now, also, if you're Pickering, know that the youngster is in goal. So shoot from distance, test him, see what he's got. Of course, don't forget, drop a follow on League One's Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, whatever your preferred social media method is. I still haven't joined the TikTok revolution. It just people send me videos and it's all just trash, and so it's like, why do I want to look at this all day? At least Instagram, there's sports videos, and I'm watching the Sky Soccer and whatever NBA and NFL, all that stuff. The TikTok, it's just some idiot doing a dance, and as the English would say, I'm not in it, mate. Cleared away. Rafasami. Long ball in for Barkman, and he's tested from distance. The ball floated. The sun was in his eyes. You could see him kind of struggling with it. And Barkman does well just to push that over the bar away from danger. Again, like I said, Pickering test the kid, see what he's got. That was tough. That sun, you could just see him battling with it. If he doesn't get a hand on it, that's in the goal. Oh, big save from Barkman. He's played with the Oakville Blue Devils growing up. And that one floats too far. Watkis. To his brother. And clever flick back to the keeper. Slow things down. Being a Liverpool fan when we're down 3-0 to AC Milan in that Champions League final many years ago, I'm a firm believer of, it's never over till it's over. So now keep in mind, Steven Gerrard isn't playing for Pickering here, but they've got some quality footballers. And the key for Pickering is you're not going to score four goals at once, one at a time. Baba Wale. And he's hammered by Abu Bare. It's got to be a yellow because he knew what he was doing. It was also unnecessary. It wasn't like Scrosoppi was on, some dangerous break. Just middle of the field and an opportunity here on goal. Well, Rafasami already scored one from here in the first half, not off a set piece, but you can tell he's got eyes for goal. Miles Green also lining up. Miles Green on a hat trick. I chatted with Miles briefly during the half. I asked if that was a planned set piece, his second goal. He said no. I said, well, don't let the truth get in the way of a good story. Just say it was. He goes, I'm an honest guy. I can't do that. So, but it looks like Green, he wants his hat trick and into the wall. James. Barutski's got space. He had a lot more time than that. He didn't need to. And a good dummy. And Barkman comes out and flicks that away. Bourgeois and Barutsky and Krako in there. Pickering takes quick. Wharton's played at Durham College as well. 20 games played in the OCAA over the past couple of years. I'm a Durham College grad. Twice. Went there, 95 to 97, and then 2015 to 2017. Good long ball. Babawale. He's got space. He's got, whoa, but Caleb Wharton just enough. And Narain couldn't keep that in out for a corner, but good defense from Caleb Wharton. Scrosoppi goes quick to Krako. He's already got one himself. Krako came on for Noah Di Dominicis, who took a bit of a knock to his head. Saw him walking around in half. Looks to be all right. I think more just precautionary. Cottrell just undressed Wharton, the two former high school teammates. And Rankin, and back to the keeper. He's got Watkins all over. Watkins, such a big dude, strong. Barutsky was shot with Tristan Marshall as well during half. Said he played the whole 90 minutes in the first game and just stuck around in case it was needed, but doesn't appear to be at this point yet. Said he skipped his TMU game today. Oh, and there's a foul. Watkins is going to get a talking to. He's saying one more and you'll get the card. I think the ref doing a good job of just keeping the cards away and just trying to let the seconds go and put this one in the bag. Ooh, errant pass. Barutsky settles. Rafasami. Rafasami on his right foot goes to his left, and Ahmad Webby throws himself in front of it. Romain Watkins already on a yellow. Bit of a shoving match with him and Babawale in the first half. He's getting a little heated. We're going to see another substitution here. One of Scrosoppi's youngsters coming in. I don't even have him on the roster. Thank you. And that a foul in the box, but you're not going to get it. Yeah, they're telling him he's not on the list. He's not on the roster. So the fourth official explaining, because that's what I'm saying. He wasn't even on my roster. So I don't know if he's going to be able to allow to put him in. So he's changing jerseys with Nathaniel Susnick, flicked, and Rafasami. Narain goes down hard, and now the keeper, Josh Narain, is hurt. So keep in mind, Pickering's backup, Matthew Matilla, is now playing. He's on the field as a player. Look, Josh looks like he's going to be all right, though. And he's holding the back of his head. Cotterell takes a look behind him. Amari on a run, cuts in, and then he's stood up by Webby. Good defense. And now Pickering back the other way. Great through ball, trying to connect with Wisdom. And it settles, and then Barkman comes out and claims. Well done. So Pickering with an opportunity to get one back and can't do it. Oh, so the linesman just tripped over the water bottles, almost broke his neck. Crocco, have a go. Crocco, shot from distance. It hit Green in the back of the head, and it goes out. And so that would have been the most unlikely of way for Green to get his hat trick. And so the ref coming over to speak to the Scrosoppi bench. I think this is about just warning them about the water bottles. And Manny Cordova just apologizing. Obviously, nothing nefarious in that. It's been a long day for a lot of these coaches and players. You know, John Yacker, the head coach, at his TMU game, races over here for the end of the League One game, and now here for the League Two game. So it's been a long day for many. And so minor things like that can be overlooked as to whose responsibility it is to keep the water bottles off the line. And there's Matilla over top, and Matilla called with the foul. Matilla, 25-year-old from Pickering, went to St. Mary's, which is just up White's Road, not far from me. St. Mary's, White's and Finch. White's just south of the 401, down by Pettigo Conservation Area. Sultani crossed over, and Narain snatches that away. Nicely done, Josh. And he's got Wisdom on a break. You know, one thing I don't like from Pickering here, there's not enough guys sprinting up. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys still in their own half, with only 4 going the other way. It's like, I know you're down 5-1, but the effort's still got to be there at this level. Rafasami to Babawale. We're going to see Effie Ayube coming in. Oh, and Green wants that hat trick, but puts that one a couple yards over the bar. So Braden Baruski is going to exit the game. And Effie Ayube, 21-year-old, played at Sheridan College last year. He's also played over in Germany. Barutsky, I guess I said this last week. I think for my money, he's got to be on the League One Team of the Year in defense. Him and Pava are just outstanding. Pava not featured in the League Two game today, but Babawale settles. Babawale, 2021 CCA national champion with Humber College. Obviously, the premier program at the OCAA level over the past 15 years or so. Humber, Abu Bare, and Rafasami dispossesses Matilla. Crocco. And I don't like that. He had Sultani on a run, and he was calling for it, and then he gives it to the other guy. Substitution. Ayube comes in. And Rankin saying, Braden, don't leave me. Well, respect to Baruski, a job well done tonight. Tyler Martins. And here's Bourgeois for Pickering.
For Scrosoppi B, number 33, F.A. Ayube.
Ayube. He's got Cottrell with him. Fracco. Green. Green wants that third. If you're just joining us, promotion relegation at stake here. Scrosoppi 2 trying to move up to the champion. Flicked Ayube just off the bench. Oh, that's a tidy finish. Effie Ayube. And it's 6-1 in the 67th minute. Scrosoppi just pouring it on. Well, just an embarrassment of riches for Scrosoppi. So good, so deep. And they're headed to the championship next season for Scrosoppi 2. So it looks like Tyler Martins is going to drop back into where Baruski was playing. And Ayube, who's been on the field about a minute and scores a goal.
By number 33, F.A. Ayube.
Well, 6-1, all Scrosoppi. And you can see they're not done. The effort's still there with the Scrosoppi guys. Watkis dispossesses. And Ryan James, the vet, still out there. James, of course, storied career all throughout the USL. Oh, and Matilla, that's got to be a card. You could hear that from Scarborough. Just cracks him. So Matilla into the books. You know, you're going to see things like that when it's 6-1. Someone's just fed up and says, I'm going to have a go. I'm going to put my frustrations on someone else. I didn't see. It looks like maybe Crocco came out worse for wear. Can't see who's down just yet. Well, one of the blessings of a game like this, John Yacko, normally he's strolling up and down that sideline, giving an earful to not only his players, but the officials. And with the game firmly in hand, he's been real quiet tonight. So, well, it looks like Sultani who came out worse for wear on that one. Should be all right. Sultani, 22-year-old from Richmond Hills, played at Seneca College as well. So, League One Cup as well coming up. Was it Vaughn and there's Green and over the top. It's Vaughn Simcoe in the League One final, the Cup final, isn't it? Yeah, Vaughn Simcoe, League One Cup, and Bourgeois now into the books. I think that's just for dissent. He's been yapping to the ref all evening, and the refs had enough. 70 minutes gone, 6-1. Scrosoppi, Ahmad Webby, the lone goal for Pickering. Scored against Jared Maloney. Robert Barkman, the youngsters came in, take over from Maloney at half. And he's had to make a couple good saves already. So, a rain deep ball. Ayube, ooh, hammered by Wharton. And that one I don't like because he went for the head. I'm all fine with, having a crack at giving someone a shoulder or even in the shins. But when you go for the head, that's nonsense. Well, Bourgeois still yapping at the ref after getting that yellow. He's fixing for an early shower, I think. Ayube, let him play. Xavier Thomas. One thing from calling the games all year, obviously playing in the Premier Division, you need the best of the best. You need guys that have played in the CPL or pro over in Europe if you're going to be competitive, and as well as some of the top university guys. The championship squad, the teams that have fielded, younger squads just haven't done well. You still need your guys who are in their mid 20s or, even whatever, late 20s. If you've got a bunch of 17-year-olds, 18-year-olds, unless they are, the TFC kids, you're not going to have success at the championship level. League Two, you can field all the kids you want and, see who's going to develop. But I think moving forward, if they're going to stick with this structure of Premier Championship League Two, those championship squads got to be deeper if they're going to have any chance of maintaining survival or even moving up. Bourgeois from about 28 yards out. No, it's not. And that one goes by the keepers. Abu Bare crept in from behind. 73 minutes gone. 6-1 Scrosoppi. Bit of a breeze picking up from the back of the Pickering goalie to the left of your screen in the face of Scrosoppi. And still a scorching evening here in Vaughan. Good shout from Barkman to come and scoop that. Tell you though, when a game with heat like this, especially these guys that have played two games, that Molson Canadian tastes a lot better at the end of the night, I'll tell you. Good switch. James. Too much for Sultane. Watkis. When I did the Pickering game a couple weeks ago, he was playing more of an attacking position, back playing defense tonight. He was up kind of maybe tucked behind that striker, like that number 10 spot. Watkins from DeAndre Watkins from about 30 something yards catches the keeper asleep, and it's 6-2. What a strike. Well, a lovely consolation prize for DeAndre. Catches Barkman, the keeper, way off his line and just hammered that with pace. And it's 6-2.
Goal for Pickering FC scored in the 75th minute. Number 20, DeAndre Watkins.
Well, uncomfortable pauses from our in-game announcer. Say, just get it out, man. Well, nice strike from Watkis. Oh, one, geez. About 33, 34 yards out. So he outdoes Rafasami with his strike. And another push in the head. Green, he's got two tonight. Ayube came on the field a few moments ago, and 1 minute on, one goal for FA. So an injury here with Pickering. Looks like Caleb Wharton, but should be all right. Was surprised no hydration break in heat like this. There's Toronto FC on tonight. I was thinking about going down, but then I got the call to do this game late. Big shout out to Pierce, who's been recovering from injuries. Should have been doing this game, so hopefully get well soon. Rocco, mugged, and then finally they blow it dead. Wharton all over him, and now Green standing over this. I think Green wants one from distance here. They go short. Murray. Cottrell, big winner for Scrosoppi's main squad. 2 weeks ago against Woodbridge, came off the bench as a substitute, and then 5 minutes later, poked one past the keeper to give them a big 2-1 win. Sultani to James. James crossed in. Ayube keeps it in. It's still alive, and then the ref blows it, says it ran out of bounds. So, well, Scrosoppi doesn't look done yet. Still a good 12 minutes for them to add to the six. Green wants that hat trick. Thomas. And Barkman, you could see he was a little crossed up on it. And what's going on? Someone's down. Down the other end. Sorry, just saw the far. We got a Pickering player down in his own box. Looks like Wharton, maybe. And a quick water break for me as well. Of course, click subscribe, that red button on your YouTube page. Stay up to date, all things League One. Get notified anytime a new match is coming up. It's also good get those subscription numbers up because then League One can monetize the page. I think it's over. If you get over 1,000 subscribers, you can start to monetize your page. You make decent money too. I was used to do the social media for Golf Talk Canada, the golf show on TSN. I ran all their socials, and we had a couple thousand subscribers and make. And so, because that was one of the deals as the social media guy, they're like, well, whatever extra money you can get on the YouTube subscribes, that'll go to you. So, earn myself an extra $1,000 or so. And now I have my own golf show, This Week in Golf, nationally syndicated. Check it out. Final weekend of the PGA Tour season happening down in Atlanta. We'll pass the 80th minute mark. 6-2 Scrosoppi promotion relegation at stake. Scrosoppi 2 headed to the championship division. Their main squad lead one champs as of about 2 hours ago. A big shout out to Vaughn. Great season for them. One of those certainly worthy of being champs, but Scrosoppi just the extra results made a difference. We're going to see John Moncada, number 9 for Pickering, coming in. It looks like Caleb Wharton out of the game. I think this is one of those Wharton's like, I'm just done. I'm not really injured. I'm just done.
Substitution for Pickering FC in the 82nd minute.
Well, Barkman
9, John Mokata.
for Ayube. Ayube one-on-one. And he blows by Webby. Ayube should have had a shot. He's still fighting, crosses, and then Narain doesn't let it get through his crease. Good effort from Ayube. I think once he beat that first defender, he should have hit on his right foot. One extra touch too many. Barkman comes out to scoop that up. It's been good. Like what I've seen from Barkman. Unfortunate on that strike from distance that got by him, but he's vocal. You don't see too many young goalies vocal, talking to his defenders. He's already made a good save, so good confidence builder for the youngster. James. Mentioned the first half, James, an assistant coach with Bowling Green University down in the Mid American Conference, the MAC. Good long ball, Ayube. And Ayube is going to get to it. Great first touch. Narain comes out and scoops it, though, but drops it and reclaims. So I think Josh a little too pinned on his line, that one. He's got to come out and get that before it's even dangerous from Ayube. We're seeing Josh play as a youngster, U13 OPDL with Richmond Hill. Before he moved over to Toronto Skills. Cleared away by Costa. And an errant pass from Bourgeois. I think he just had a lot more room. Could have took another touch. 6-2, Scrosoppi. I think this is, of all the games I've done this year, this is the most goals. Baba Wale. I think this is, well, this is my last game scheduled. I might get one more in September. It's looking like my last game on the mic for the season. It's been a buzz, so big thanks to everyone with League One. Thought last week was my last, and then I begged and pleaded for more. I was like, I'm not done yet. I need another one. One more, too. I'd love another one. Green, he's got 2 goals already. And good save by Narain. Scrosoppi just peppering the rain with shot after shot. Abu Bare to Costas. Pickering throw in. Of course, Pickering's home, the Pickering Soccer Center down the bottom of Brock Road, south of the 401 in Pickering. It's got to be at least 10 years old now, that dome. Remember when they first built it? The first season it was open, I used to play indoor. There was a men's Friday night indoor in the winter. It goes to ground. You're not getting that call. I talked about this in a couple games ago. Our team, we used to play against Dwayne D. Rosario and his team on that Friday nights in Pickering, and it never ended up well for me and my guys against D-Ro and his squad. You really see the touch difference between guys like, former MLS MVP and was Canada's all-time leading scorer internationally. And you just see, even at his old age, that touch of class guys like that have. Rafasami, 87 minutes gone. I can't imagine they're going to add any injury time on this, even if there is injury time. Here's Krakow. He's played well since he's come on, the youngster. Impressed with what he's done. Green wants number 3. Tripped up by Webby, and Romain Watkis back the other way. And a wrestling match between Rankin and DeAndre Watkis, and it's going to be a free kick for Pickering about 26 yards out. So another opportunity for Pickering. And Matthew Matilla, the keeper, stands over it. He wants to go. Why not? Matilla's storied career at Ontario Tech as a goalkeeper, getting the start or getting some minutes playing out tonight. So I'm sure that's a bit of a treat for him. Bourgeois also standing over it. I'll let the keeper have a go. Matilla hits it low right to Barkman, and Barkman will slow things down. Well, as it stands, Scrosoppi 2 headed to the championship. Pickering will be relegated back to League 2. That's only going to make Scrosoppi's bench even stronger for next year because they know guys that maybe not getting a ton of minutes with the League One squad will still want to be there because they can get quality minutes playing in the championship as well. And so the rich should get richer next season. Baba Wale. Oh, undresses Webe Baba Wale, and Watkis throws a leg in front of it. Well, coming up on 90 minutes, 6-2 Scrosoppi. I'm Chris McKee. Appreciate you tuning in. Hit me up on socials at Mr. McKee. I usually post some highlights, do some interviews after the games, and post that on my Twitter and my Instagram as well. Undrafted_free agent on Instagram. Well, a 5-1 halftime lead is turned into 6-2. Ayube got one almost instantly after coming in, and the ref puts an end to it. Scrosoppi 2 will move up. Pickering will drop down. Promotion, relegation, a wrap for 2024. So tip of the cap to Scrosoppi, League One Premier League champs, and now earning promotion with a near perfect season. Just the one tie, the blemish on their record all season. Well, I'm Chris McKee. Appreciate you tuning in. A big thanks to everyone at League One for this opportunity, and hopefully one more in the books. If not, we'll see you next season.